This is the area nga amo ang bana niya sa signing of MOA between Pasar and Union Copper. So guys, prepare na.
Good afternoon to everyone. We'd like to request everyone to please settle down.
For opening prayer.
Thank you.
There's always first time, even us, first time pa ninyo? Some of you are first time here at the Oriental. Okay? Kasama pala kami dito.
Signing, I'm a veteran.
Being first timer here at Oriental Hotel. Alright, so I think we'd like also to introduce you sa Simon and Union. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to acknowledge my two union officers, together with our union president.
Hopefully you are able to pronounce your name correctly. Or else my salary will be Alright. Okay, and we also the union, we have also with us our legal counsel, Attorney Carmen Barrientos. And of course, later on, to witness our, of course, the signing.
Sometimes a very conflicting type of situation, because negotiations is all about let's call it one party trying to achieve something that they believe is right, and another party trying to do the same. But the key in that is the strong leadership within that group that makes it happen. So I must be honest, for me, it's the first time I've ever seen this type of mature negotiation process. I come from a country where a lot of times negotiations end up as a strike, sometimes bloodshed, sometimes real big damage to the organization when they never recover from. So the winning recipe is that strong, actually not let's call it a union that's just accepting everything, but a strong union. A union leadership that believes in what they are fighting for the members. That is very important. And leadership from the organization that believe that what they are putting forward is an honest, honorable proposal. I don't believe in union and management, one starting on one end and the other one right on the other end, and it takes you months to actually come closer. It never works. And to have a one-day negotiation actually shows what this team was able to achieve. In my life, I've never seen it. In my career, I've never seen a one-day negotiation. I never believed it's possible. And again, it's a reflection of the really, really strong leadership that came together and all went for the same outcome. If the management is trying to just say, I want to pay the least I can, and the union said, I'm just going to try to get the most that I get from my people, then you will never come together. It's about knowing that if one party wins, the other party will lose. It's about both parties winning. The organization being able to be sustainable and the union getting the best for the members. Because we're all working towards our employees being able to share in the benefits from our operating plant. I mean, we've gone through some tough years, I believe. Look back in the last few years, the company has been under a lot of pressure because the copper prices were low. It was not an easy operating environment. If you look at this year, it's a much better opportunity for us to earn some money. And as you can see across the plant, we're trying to pass some of that money back into the organization. Our structural integrity across the plant is not great. Everybody that goes into the plant will know that. We've got roofing that's leaking like we said. So every time it rains, we stop the plant. So we have to put some of that money back into the organization, make it sustainable for the next 20 years. It's for me always encouraging if I talk to employees and I say, my father worked for Pasar, my mother worked for Pasar. So that shows the legacy that Pasar is leaving in this community. And we need to make sure that it's sustainable. So that's our first principle as a management team and as a union leadership, is to ensure that we make sure Pasar first wins, then everybody else of us will win. So again, I want to thank everyone for the role you played in this negotiation process. Again, the maturity of how it was handled. I remember it was a Friday late afternoon where I was asked, listen, can I endorse, this is where we are today, can I endorse for us to sign? And I was reluctant, to be really honest. And I sat in Anne's office and I said she can reflect on that. And because I said, this has never happened. Because I was ready to say, I've given the guys a mandate for today, we'll talk again next week. And suddenly I had to make a decision, are we going to now sign? And again, I had to put my trust in the team has come together and has come out with the best outcome. So again, I want to applaud the team here tonight for what you've achieved. Well done. I'm also looking forward, I've been here now for about 4 months with the organization. I'm looking forward to the next negotiation in 3 years from now. But what I believe in strongly is we should never leave the things that bothers us, the things that we have issues with, until the next time. As these things come up, we should come together and talk about it. If we don't have a relationship like that, where we can challenge each other, put things on the table, talk about it as it happens, then we'll end up with the next negotiation where there's so many things on the table that distracts us from the real issue on the table. So my request again is let's keep on talking. This is only the start of the next journey for the next 3 years. And the next, let's call it milestone, is 3 years from now. But that's really only to talk about the next level of increases. It's not talking about this. That is what we are there for every day to talk about. So again, looking forward to the journey with all of you. And all the best and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Our union president, for Sir Federico Jerusalem.
Dari lang sa kawan people. Good afternoon, everybody. Correct me, I'm wrong, yes. Sir, Mr. Bernard Scabi.
Very good.
Thank you, sir. The copper union officers, my fellow copper union officers, we are 27. The management team, headed by Ma'am Asopan, which are corporate manager, Mr. Ben Garapines, IR representative, itong pinakakusgan na management team, Ma'am Bayan Salico, Ma'am Ay Relene Mistan na, rin nakamakaluwas. Bali din si Ma'am Angkoy, wala si Ma'am Angkoy. Ang pinakakusgan, nasa sa Larki, si Engineer Julian Chong, the plant manager, sir. Mr. Bini, Mr. Dexter Pingusa, sir. Ang pinakapusgan na legal counsel sa Makati, Attorney Alvin Bayunta, sir. Ang pinakapusgan sa Attorney Lawyer, si Attorney Lloyd Suriga. Ang pinakapusgan sa XCB Regional Director, Mr. John Rohila, sir. At Rico Babato, Mr. Pakayan, guest, and good afternoon. Last April 7, 2022 was my best day. Why? Because the collective bargaining negotiation was done only one day. The first ever to happen in my second term as union president. That is why I would like to take this opportunity to the management team headed by Mr. Benjamin Galopines, sir, assisted by Ma'am Asupan and Engineer Division, who stood as the bridge between the management and the union team during the negotiation. It was successful because the counter proposal of the management was not additional time, but start zero counter of salary and wages. This was my third collective bargaining negotiations since I elected as president of the company. First of which, we have 5 meetings with the management before we finally agreed. The second was unfortunately successful, resulting deadlock, which created a dispute and strike. Isa po tayo po. The third was last April 7. The best negotiation so far. It took 1 day and it was immediately ratified by the members last April 20. The negotiation was just in time for the plan shutdown comes month of June. At least the employees can focus and concentrate on their work. The recent negotiation was a big sign of peaceful and industrial harmonious relationship between the management and the union members. Thank you and congratulations to all of us.
Okay. Again, NCB is very, very proud, very, very happy learning that we are CBA actually without us. And I think your relationship was indeed enhanced because without the assistance of the government, your negotiation was resolved, okay, at plant level, of course, with lesser expenses. Okay. And, for us in NCB, we are always very, very happy if your negotiation is concluded without us, not because we don't want to help you, of course not, but that is actually a sign of maturity. Okay, it just simply means that the labor and management representatives, even with their lawyers or supported by their respective lawyers, are very much ready to discuss issues and concerns without even dealing with legalities too much. No? Because sometimes, please don't get me wrong, lawyers, there are 2 lawyers that I think, there are times that because of arguments, legal arguments, negotiations in CBA are stalled. Okay, so this is actually a manifestation of your collective efforts for the common good. Pasar, we believe, has a very diverse workforce. However, the benefits that a diverse workforce brings challenges. Different backgrounds, different values, different attitudes can be sources of misunderstanding and conflict. However, Despite these differences, we breathe the same air, drink from the same water resources, and rely on food grown from our soil. To get to places, we share our roads and highways. The rich and the poor, the young and the old, from different religions and races share in our commonwealth. This, I believe, is what we must strive for. To work for the common good. This should be the ultimate goal for any society. To make men better by providing regular people the opportunity to attain the dignity that comes from hard work. What makes this kind of society possible not just rights of both workers and management, but also their obligations to each other. Management has a right to make a profit, and workers have a right to share in the benefits of the profits their work helped create. But management also have an obligation to reinvest those profits productively for the benefit of the workers and the society that made it possible, and workers have an obligation to work. Workers in management are not competitors for the share of resources, but instead partners in an effort that benefits both and strengthens the entire country. This describes not just the kind of economy most of us have here in the Philippines. It describes an economy we should strive for, a country secure and prosperous so that its citizens can be secure and prosperous as well. Yet, for some reason, we have drifted far from this kind of society. We are quite familiar and enthusiastic about our rights, but not nearly as familiar and or excited about our obligations. We have to offer the next chapter of our story and change our beliefs. We put aside individual wants and work for the collective good. We have the opportunity not only to uplift ourselves, but our community and eventually our country as well. With these words, I end my remarks. I thank you for your commitment and support to the programs of the CMB, and I hope we will continue towards goals that binds together in the workplace. Thank you very much and good afternoon.
For this afternoon, let's give them a warm applause, please. Welcome po na itong tanan to Director Feliciano R. Orihuela Jr. Sir Jude, I hope I pronounced it right. To other NCMB officers who are here, Mr. Rigo Babalcon, Ms. Pam Babalcon, Sir Pops, Kaya, sir, and also Mr. Intoy Rivera. Alright, good afternoon. Okay, so I have here a short message for everybody. Before I forget, to our General Manager, definitely, Mr. Werner Van Straten, to the management panel of Pasar, of course, to Sir Rico, Jerusalem, to the union officers, to the union board of directors, to Attorney Armin, Attorney Surigao, who also graced this event, and to everybody who made this event possible. So we have to make sure that I don't forget anybody. Okay, so I think I already mentioned everyone here. Okay, so we are so happy because finally we reached the culmination of our memorandum of agreement signing for CBA period April 1, 2020 2025. Will you still be here? Sir Rico? We will celebrate.
Next generation naman.
Next generation, the young generation who is here as well. Who will guide them, no? Okay. So I am sending my heartfelt gratitude to everyone in this room for making it happen. The signing of our memorandum of agreement signifies and seals, no? Isiliyahan yun, our commitment to our agreement and to each other. Okay? We are one with our mutual aim to improve people's lives. And the way of doing that, we also need to improve our organizational performance and sustainability. Our relationship is by nature intertwined. We need a happy, healthy, productive workforce to meet our business goals. And in turn, the employees need a place to work. It is obvious that employers and employee unions are meant to meet and that we are interdependent. I believe that we should do more regular activities, just like what Director Jun mentioned a while ago, just like what Bernard mentioned a while ago. And informal interactions, not necessarily formal interactions like this one, to improve our working relationship. Because that will truly acknowledge that each party has a legitimate and valued purpose. Ultimately, we all want the same thing, a successful organization which is to ensure a continuous improvement of the organization's business and sustainable high performance. At the same time, one that grows and expands and gives better terms and conditions to our employees. We acknowledge that having that balance is the most difficult task. Lisod, on that balance for both parties. But it's not impossible to achieve if you work together. We are looking forward to a more fruitful relationship ahead and to raise ourselves back in the regional and national level radar as an organization with the best labor relations. At JA, we have to gain it back. You know? So I remember this one because 2 months ago, I saw a picture on my Facebook. I saw the open my Facebook, but on that day, I saw a picture. Sirico and Benji and I received the plaque of award as one of the best labor relations in the region. Our next step is to fight for national. I think no one will hinder us in achieving that. So let's aim for it. Cheers!